The global balance of power is shifting, as new alliances and partnerships reshape the international landscape. At the heart of this transformation is BRICS, a coalition that's rapidly gaining influence and momentum on the world stage. What began as a modest group of emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, has evolved into a dynamic force, challenging the status quo. In 2010, South Africa joined, expanding the group's reach to the African continent and adding new perspectives to its agenda. Now BRICS is opening its doors even wider, inviting more nations to join its ranks and participate in shaping the future. In 2024, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE officially became members, marking a significant milestone in the group's history. Indonesia is set to follow in 2025, further strengthening BRICS' presence in Southeast Asia and increasing its global diversity. With these additions, BRICS is transforming into a true global powerhouse, representing a vast array of cultures, economies, and interests. This expansion isn't just about numbers, it's a direct challenge to Western-led institutions and the traditional centers of power. BRICS is pushing for a more multipolar world, where influence is shared and diverse voices are heard. Today, BRICS Plus represents nearly half the world's population, giving it a demographic weight that's impossible to ignore. The group also commands a huge share of the global economy, with its members driving growth and innovation across multiple sectors. Over 40 countries are eager to join or partner with BRICS, seeing it as a gateway to new opportunities and a chance to shape global policies. For many, BRICS offers a platform to amplify their voices and pursue development on their own terms. Smaller nations in particular see BRICS as a way to gain influence and collaborate on equal footing with larger economies. Even some European nations, traditionally aligned with the West, are now exploring engagement with BRICS, signaling a shift in alliances. This signals a deep change in global dynamics, as countries reconsider their roles and relationships in a rapidly evolving world. The old order now faces real competition for the first time in decades, with BRICS offering an alternative vision for international cooperation. The world is watching closely, as BRICS redefines what global leadership looks like, and sets the stage for a new era in international relations. Europe's interest in BRICS is driven by economic necessity and a desire for strategic autonomy. With sluggish growth at home, European nations see BRICS Plus as a gateway to fast-growing markets and new investment opportunities. Engaging with BRICS isn't about abandoning old allies, but about diversifying partnerships in a multipolar world. The new development bank offers attractive financing for infrastructure and green projects, often with fewer strings attached than Western institutions. Access to BRICS energy resources is a major draw, especially as Europe seeks to secure stable supplies amid global uncertainty. For European countries, building ties with BRICS is a pragmatic move to ensure economic resilience and energy security. It's also a hedge against over-reliance on any single alliance. As global trade and supply chains grow more complex, Europe's engagement with BRICS is about staying relevant and competitive. The East is no longer just an option, it's becoming a strategic imperative. For Europe, joining or partnering with BRICS could unlock vast economic and strategic benefits. It means access to a massive integrated market and new consumers for European goods and services. Easier access to raw materials and energy could strengthen supply chains and lower costs. Participation in BRICS summits would give Europe a voice in shaping global rules and policies. The new development bank could fund ambitious infrastructure and green projects, aligning with Europe's sustainability goals. This alternative financing could offer better terms and fewer political conditions than traditional lenders. Closer ties with BRICS would boost Europe's diplomatic leverage, projecting independence and adaptability on the world stage. It's a chance to build bridges with emerging powers and diversify international relationships. In a rapidly changing world, such agility is a powerful asset. The path to BRICS is fraught with significant challenges for Europe, both seen and unseen. Aligning with BRICS could strain ties with the US and EU partners, risking political isolation or even economic backlash for European nations. Ideological differences are stark. BRICS includes authoritarian regimes, raising tough questions about shared values and democratic principles. European democracies may struggle to find common ground with countries like China, Russia, or Iran, given their contrasting political systems. There's also the risk of becoming a junior partner in a bloc dominated by China's vast economic power and influence. Economic integration with BRICS could expose Europe to increased volatility and complex regulatory hurdles. the push for de-dollarization and a new reserve currency could disrupt Europe's financial stability and established systems. For Europe, the BRICS opportunity comes with real risks, difficult decisions, and tough trade-offs that cannot be ignored. BRICS Plus and the EU are two economic giants, but their strengths and global influence are shaped by very different foundations. While both command significant attention on the world stage, their approaches to growth, trade, and development set them apart in unique ways. BRICS Plus now represents 45% of the world's population, and over 37% of global GDP by purchasing power parity, surpassing the EU's share. This massive demographic weight gives BRICS a unique voice in global affairs, and its economic momentum is only growing as new members join the bloc. The bloc's vast population and abundant natural resources provide enormous potential and leverage, especially in energy markets and raw materials. These assets allow BRICS to influence global supply chains and commodity prices in ways the EU cannot easily match. The EU, meanwhile, boasts a highly integrated single market, advanced industries, and a strong, stable currency. Its economic model is built on decades of cooperation, innovation, and open borders, making it a powerhouse in global trade and finance. The EU's per capita income and technological edge remain unmatched by most BRICS members, giving it a clear advantage in high-value industries, research, and development. European cities are hubs for luxury goods, advanced manufacturing, and cutting-edge science. BRICS controls over 40% of global crude oil production, while the EU is a major importer, making energy a key point of contrast. This dynamic shapes their foreign policies and economic strategies, with BRICS often setting the tone in global energy markets. The EU's wealth and innovation face off against BRICS's scale and resources. Each bloc brings different strengths to the table, and their competition is as much about ideas and influence as it is about raw numbers. These blocs aren't direct competitors in every sense, but their rivalry will shape the global economy for years to come. Their interactions will influence everything from trade agreements to technological standards and global governance. The story is one of established wealth versus emerging power, of tradition meeting transformation. As BRICS continues to expand and the EU adapts to new challenges, the balance of economic power is constantly evolving. The interplay between these models will define the next era of global economics, setting the stage for new alliances, rivalries, and opportunities in a rapidly changing world. The rise of BRICS Plus is dramatically reshaping the global order, signaling a profound transformation in the way nations interact and influence each other on the world stage. For decades, Western countries have set the rules and dominated international institutions, but now, that dominance is being openly challenged. This isn't just about economics or trade deals, it's a fundamental shift in how global power is distributed, affecting everything from finance to diplomacy and security. If a European nation were to join BRICS, it would accelerate the move toward a multipolar world, where influence is shared among many rather than concentrated in a few. Such a step would break down the old East-West divide that has shaped global politics since the Cold War, opening the door to new alliances and rivalries. It would also legitimize BRICS as a true alternative to the G7, giving it greater credibility and influence in shaping the future. This could force countries around the world to rethink their alliances, strategies, and even their core interests. The symbolism of a European flag at a BRICS summit would be powerful, marking the end of an era of unchallenged Western leadership and the beginning of something new. BRICS is already building its own institutions to support this new order, like the New Development Bank, which aims to provide an alternative source of funding for developing nations. These efforts are designed to rival the World Bank and IMF, challenging the financial status quo. A European presence could help bridge the gap between old and new systems, encouraging cooperation and dialogue, or it could push both sides to reform and adapt to the changing landscape. But a multipolar world is inherently more complex and unpredictable, with shifting alliances and competing interests. This new era brings fresh risks of rivalry, fragmentation, and even conflict as nations vie for influence. The dream of a fairer, more balanced order could just as easily give way to a new period of competition and instability, testing the world in ways we have yet to imagine. Europe stands at a crossroads, facing a choice that will define its future. Engaging with BRICS offers economic opportunity and a stake in the new multipolar order. But it requires balancing old alliances with new partnerships, a delicate diplomatic act. Europe could become a bridge between the West and the emerging world, or double down on its traditional transatlantic ties. Each path has risks, alienating allies, legitimizing rivals, or missing out on global shifts. The decision isn't just about economics, it's about values, strategy, and Europe's place in the world. BRICS's rise has forced Europe to rethink its identity and role on the global stage. Whatever path it chooses, the impact will ripple far beyond its borders. The world is watching as Europe decides its next move.